strangers in the hall. Most of them were elves. I would bet 100 to 1 that I would not hear from them today anything like, "Long live new Paladin Yaropolk." Not as though I really wanted to. One glance at Nardalim's father Garleon really filled me with the certainty of how glad they were to see me here. The elf kept staring at me, and I understood really well the way he felt. You became a full-fledged player. 8 artifact properties are available for redistribution. Check your choices carefully. The defense and attack amulets bought in the academy worked fine, improving the property's defense and weapon by 5 points, so there was not much sense in putting lots of available points into them. 1 point for each would be enough, just so that the properties would not disappear, making the amulets purely decorative. The situation with the spiritual integrity was somewhat more complex. Given that for the next 3 years no one could take me under control, it was not necessary. In the short run, I could drop it, and then start using it again in a couple of years. So the only 2 left for further development and upgrading were context search and neuronal network. Knowing full well what an advantage the neuronal network would confer, since at level 15 it was capable of automatically analyzing the video it recorded in 24/7 mode, I invested 4 of my 6 points available into it. The remaining 2 went into context search, thus making available to me not only comparisons of the surroundings by the Book of Knowledge, but also navigation and an alphabetical index. Welcome to the family, Brother Yaropolk. As soon as I confirmed redistribution of artifact properties, the gray-haired head of class for paladins on Earth nodded approvingly to me, completing the ceremony. Gerhard von Brost's bright blue eyes shone with such incomparable wisdom and understanding that I could not but respect him. You rarely met a person whom you can't help trusting as soon as you meet his eyes. Gerhard von Brost was one of those. He looked sort of like Sean Connery in Highlander. He was regal and steadfast. Nodding again to the paladins this time, Gerhard, followed by 2 guards, left the room. His departure broke the dead silence that had hung over the entire ceremony. To the right of me, I heard a snuffling voice loudly speculating on Gerhard's sudden public appearance. Now that was interesting. During the last 3 years, the head of class had never appeared at any public events. Already rumors and tales were circulating among our people, each stranger than the next. But Gerhard's appearance today stopped all the wagging tongues. He was alive, strong, and, importantly, of sound mind. I doubted that it was my humble self that had caused the head of the class to appear here. "Come with me, brother. We need to anchor you to the citadel." Sharda was dragging me out of the hall, and I couldn't hear what else that snuffling guy was saying. "After that, you have an appointment with the judge. He wants to hear your version of the events. Also, Brother Garleon wants to talk to you about the death of his son, Nardalim. You are expected in the sanctuary for assignment. There you will also receive your first quest and access to the dungeon." There were many more thens and afterwards. As Sharda clarified, no matter where I am assigned, the Citadel will pay for rent and transportation and provide a stipend for the first 3 months. I will receive access to the Citadel library even after living in the main world for at least 6 months. If I had not had such a high level, 11, I would have had to first spend some time at the special training range for newbies, upgrading and leveling up to an acceptable point. In that case, I would have been in debt to the Citadel because the class training ranges were not free, even for class members. 1 granis, or 1 year of working for the benefit of the class, was the price of not being very successful in the academy. "Anchor point," Sharda said curtly, pointing inside the large hall and letting me come in first. In the center, without any apparent support, a sphere was hanging. It was about 2 or 3 meters in diameter and pulsing with blinding blue light, creating quite an unreal picture. It felt like a fairy tale. It seemed like